Well, we just found out how much Disney cares about us or our money. Uh, Variety just dropped an article that discussed Gina Carano's Mandalorian firing and Kathleen Kennedy's future. So let's go ahead and go to the article. Disney CEO addresses Gina Carano, Mandalorian firing, Lucasfilm chief's future at shareholder meeting by Brett Lang, March 9th, 2021, 11:44 a.m. There we go. Walt Disney CEO Bob Chapek was questioned by shareholders about Gina Carano's firing from The Mandalorian when cruise ships would set sail again and the future of Lucasfilm chief Kathleen Kennedy at the entertainment giant's annual shareholders meeting on Tuesday. It's been a tumultuous first year atop Disney for Chapek, who took the reins from Bob Iger in February 2020, shortly before the pandemic upended the entertainment landscape. And yet, it's also been a 12-month period that saw Disney shares surge on the growth of its streaming offerings. Chapek noted that Disney stock went from $79 a year ago to $200 this week. The meeting also came as rates of the pandemic are plateauing and vaccinations are becoming more widely available, potentially setting the stage for a revival in the film, travel, and media businesses, all pillars of the Disney brand. There is good reason to be hopeful. We look forward to better days ahead, Iger said at the beginning of the call. Chapek also nodded to political polarization taking place in the country after a year that has seen historic civil rights protests as well as a fiercely contested presidential race that ended with false claims by former President Trump of election fraud. The fact is, we have a tremendous opportunity now to bring this country back together and unite people, Chapek said. One thing we can all agree on is the power of Disney to unite us all. And yet, even on the shareholders' call, signs that political that political chasm were on display. Chapek was asked about the company's decision to fire the Mandalorian star Gina Carano after she made a series of statements on social media not liking contemporary political differences to the treatment of Jews in Nazi Germany. Chapek didn't directly address the Carano situation, but he did push back against any suggestion of an ideological bias. I don't see Disney as characterizing itself as right-leaning or left-leaning, Chapek said. He said Disney was interested in standing for the values that are universal, such as decency and integrity, as well as making sure that content is reflective of the rich diversity in the world we live in. That world has changed dramatically since Disney last assembled its investors in March 2020. The pandemic closed movie theaters for months, forcing Disney to postpone many of its major releases or move them to streaming services. It also meant that many of Disney's theme parks were unable to welcome visitors for much of 2020, a huge hit to its revenues. However, Disney did enjoy seismic growth in Disney Plus, its Netflix challenger, which became streaming standout thanks to buzzy debuts like The WandaVision and Hamilton, as well as the second season of The Mandalorian. Disney announced that the service now has more than 100 million subscribers worldwide. The Mandalorian is the creation of Jon Favreau, the director of Jungle Book and Iron Man. It has also been a breakout hit for Lucasfilm at a time when some of its big screen Star Wars efforts have met with diminished box office and a less than ardent critical embrace. One shareholder asked if Kennedy, who has run Lucasfilm since 2012, would be fired and replaced with Favreau. Chapek declared himself absolutely thrilled with Kennedy's performance. We look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm operation for many years to come. The shareholders offered up two proposals that were roundly defeated, one asking the company to disclose dark money laundering payments, and the other requesting non-management employees be included on director nominee candidate lists. In addition, all 10 members of the company board of directors were re-elected. The shareholder meeting served as something as a passing of the baton from Iger, who will serve as executive chairman until December, when he will step down, to Chapek, his hand-picked successor. Many shareholders took the time to thank Iger for his stewardship of Disney over a period of time that has seen the company acquire Marvel, Pixar, and Lucasfilm. Bob has led his company to amazing heights over the years, and I look forward to continuing to build on his amazing legacy, Chapek said. Iger himself appeared to feel the weight of his formal goodbye to Disney shareholders as he prepares to step down from his executive role entirely at the year's end. Iger recalled the circumstances of the company's first annual meeting after he became CEO in 2005. He declared on that day in March 2006 that creating quality entertainment is our number one priority, a mantra that holds true today. Tiger said, I will leave at the end of December with a strong sense of pride and deep appreciation of the very special place that Disney occupies in the heart of people all over the world, he said. So Bob Chapek is happy with Kathleen Kennedy's role as president of Lucasfilm and expects to see her there for many years to come. That should frighten everybody who's a Star Wars and Indiana Jones fan or a fan of Lucasfilm whatsoever. I'm doubling down. Nothing from Lucasfilm. No toys, no shirts, no books, no CDs, nothing. Until Kathleen Kennedy is fired. Recently, or just a couple days ago, they reported about a rock being a character in the High Republic. That writers group is as high as the Republic is. I've been trying to stay neutral on the whole thing. I really have. I haven't wanted to get political. I haven't wanted to bash on Star Wars because I'm certain I have fans out there who love Star Wars as much as I do. But I'm tired of this crap. Get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Get rid of the writers group and give Star Wars to somebody else. I know she's got her contract is coming up for renewal. Don't renew it. I doubt that any Disney bigwigs are watching me, but I know that I have fans in the collective with bigger audiences than I do. Get the word out. We want Kathleen gone. I don't know what else to say. Get rid of her. It's time that she goes bye-bye. I'm out.